Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis, with my amazing co-host, Tamika. How's it going today, Tamika?
It's good. It's a great day. Casa Amor is coming. I'm excited.
Yes, me too. I am excited that just like things are moving a lot right now. So definitely exciting. But if this is your first time here, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Please just do us a favor and subscribe. It's really helpful to the channel. And like leave like a super chat. Still haven't seen a super chat happen yet. So if you want to support the channel, that is one way that allows us to bring you all this content, because you realize that we're not like working at a job or anything when we're here. So it would be really helpful to keep this channel going. So we are here to talk about Love Island USA Season 3, Episode 11. And it starts off with the fallout, basically, of the recoupling ceremony. So we asked, Florida is being asked, like, how do you feel? And, she's saying that she feels okay, that Corey made her feel okay about the situation. But they're both saying that the door is kind of still open between them. And she thinks that she still has feelings with Corey. What do you think about this?
I think girl is playing the fields, which is fine, which she should, considering the person she chose over Corey was Jeremy, and he changes with the wind blowing. That being said, I don't think that she really likes Corey in a way that's romantic. I think it's just friendship. And, she could stay with Jeremy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think she needs to like leave Corey alone. You made your choice. Like, I'm sick of these people like not being sure about. Oh my God, that's my first one. Thank you, Jessica. Oh my God, I feel so. I'm gonna cry. That is the first time I received a super chat or a super sticker. So thank you, Jessica. It is well received. I might shed a tear because that's like, this is a real moment. This is the first one. So appreciated, much appreciated. Thank you for joining us and all your commentary. Thank you, Jessica. So sweet. Oh my gosh. Wow. So yes, I did see that the first look is out on YouTube, and you're also pointing out the Casa Amor sign here. So we do know that Casa Amor is coming, and this is what has got Tamika excited.
I am so excited. I have a whole plan in my head of what is going to happen. I hope it goes down the way that I hope it goes down, but we'll discuss through the episode.
Yes, we will discuss the episode. I'm curious as to what you have going on. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Yeah. We also have joining us, we have greetings from the Windy City. What's that, Chicago, correct? Is that the Windy City?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Hi, guys. Do you think that Operation Heart Attack is producer influence? Very good question.
I really think it might be, but I don't care. And that's why I have a whole theory of what is going to happen. Because at this point, we have 3 couples in the villa that are sitting there doing nothing, bringing nothing, giving nothing. It's like nothing is happening with them. So whether they told Olivia, well, which one of these 3 couples would you rather couple up with, or if they prodded Cash, like, you need to get your feelings out and let Cinco know how you feel. I am here for blowing up the villa.
Yeah, blow it up, and hopefully when everything settles, Jeremy is not in there. Yes. Man, I can't believe how much we all just do not appreciate that man anymore. Well, I don't think we ever really did, from what he did to Trina. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely he's done. He's over. So Cash's man is in Casa Amor. I'm speaking it into existence. Okay. Yes, we should speak that into existence, because this episode kind of paints that with Operation Heart Attack, basically what that is between Olivia and Kaz, they are going to go after what they want. And we will talk about it more, but they learn in a game that Cash is still interested in, or Cinco's still interested in Cash to a certain degree, and that there's some interest between Will and Olivia to a certain degree. So they want to go after these men who they felt that they just took a step back and allowed these other women to be their first choice when they really, that's not something that they want to do. So I don't want her to go for Cinco anymore because I don't know if he's going to reciprocate the feelings. Even if he feels it, I don't think he's going to do that to Trina.
Right. I don't feel like, this is my thing, I don't feel like he deserves for her to go after him anymore, but I am here for her closure. I'm here for her getting it out and putting that nail on the coffin so she can move on, because I agree with Brandy. I am speaking into existence. Cash's man is in Casa Amor.
Yes. I mean, I would love for her to have a nice little love story, like actually unfold over there. Somebody that goes in that's like, I was hoping to meet you. I was hoping that you'd still be here. Like, I'm so, you know what I mean? Like, it just, like, kind of like how the women for Love Island season 2, they were all coming in for Trey. And I don't really think Trey's that big of a catch, but like, they were all interested in getting with Trey. And so hopefully there's going to be multiple men of multiple backgrounds that are interested in Cash, and even Olivia for that matter. Like, I feel like if she's not going to be with someone, I do want her to be happy. If she's not going to be with Giovanni, I want her to be happy, and I want Giovanni to have an opportunity to be happy as well. So hopefully before Casa Amor, Olivia and Giovanni allow them to have an open relationship of some sort to explore freely, so that Giovanni doesn't feel like he's handcuffed to Olivia when I know that she's going to be open to connections.
And that's how I feel as well. That's what I think is ultimately the best thing on Olivia and Giovanni's part will be, is that once she goes after her target of Will, Giovanni will have no option but to open his eyes and see that she is not there for him. And hopefully that means he's safe tonight. And going into Casa Amor, he is open and he finds his queen.
Oh man, I would love to see Giovanni. Like, I almost want to date Giovanni just because I feel like he deserves to have somebody interested in him, you know?
I think I said it last episode. I cannot wait to see Giovanni in real love. Like with a real partner who wants the same thing from him as he wants from her.
Yes, that he's not like just working so hard just to get them to like accept him. Oh my gosh, that's just what I want. Okay, what do you think about Jeremy and Florida having their first little conversation? And you know, okay, this is my impersonation of Jeremy. You know, I'm happy to get to know you, and yeah, I just find that everything that Jeremy says is like, you know, he's just so monotone, and he has very little inflection, and he's just so boring. I'm like, like the chill level is like not, he doesn't make him cool. I'm just like, please have a personality. How do you feel? Are you into Florida? Actually, like, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, like you're like, eye contact, look at her, be like, I'm so excited to like get to know you. Like, I want to see the energy behind it. It's like, it's not, he just says the words. It's all lip service and like monotone, like mumbling with Jeremy. And I want to see what these women are seeing in him other than his dimples and long hair. Like, it's like,
I don't know. At this point, I was just mad at her for saying that, like hinting that that she's with Jeremy because he made her cup of coffee perfectly. And I'm like, Corey made you breakfast, girl. Breakfast, a whole plate of breakfast. But the coffee was the trigger? Like, I'm annoyed.
Florida, your stock is dropping. Yeah. Definitely not the move here, but hopefully you're going to figure that out. You'll figure it out in Casa Amor for sure. But I hope he's dumped before that. I don't want him to be messing up any like opportunities and options for anybody else. I want him done.
Dumped. I need him gone tonight. I just need him, and unfortunately, sorry for her. She's going to be a casualty.
Of her bad decisions.
Her bad decision. Florida got to go with him. I think Corey also needs a fresh start, and he will never have it while she's in the villa. They got to go.
And poor Kaz, she's like, oh, if I cry one more time in this villa, I'm just like, I don't want her to cry anymore. Like, yeah. Okay, I do understand, like, love and a relationship, there is going to be a sense that you need to put yourself out there, and sometimes you're going to get your heart broken. So you do have to step into a relationship and these possibilities, like you've never had your heart broken before. Yes, I get that. It's super challenging for millions of people to be able to have an open heart after being hurt. But it's just like, I feel like the producers don't need to make her go through this. Like, why does she need to be battered to have an experience on this show? Why does she need to have everybody come saying like, oh, you're my second pick. Oh, you're my second choice. But why does she need to face that storyline?
That's why I'm hoping that Casa Amor will be her redemption. I'm really hoping that she can leave this side of the villa, the heartache and the pain, and go leave it in the dust. And that includes Cinco and Trinco, and keep going into her future with the man that is meant for her in Casa Amor.
I believe, I agree, and this will make it much more satisfying. The fact that we're seeing her, like at the bottom, like with the being the underdog, and then seeing her triumph, that would make the story the greatest.
Yeah.
But I feel just so bad that she has to go through so much in order for her to have her happy ending. Shannon and Josh, I mean, they did have a hiccup this episode, but for the most part, they found each other day one. They're two blonde people or light-haired people, light eyes. I like you, you like me. I don't like anybody more than each other, and they're together. But
it's annoying that a Black woman cannot come in and have just a good experience in the villa where they just couple up with somebody and it's just about their love story. It's unfortunate, but this is what we see time and time again when you do not cast more than one or two people who actually care to date, to be with a Black woman or even a Black guy.
So those three couples are trying to float to the end. Yeah, they are. Absolutely. Trinco, what were we calling them? Josh and
Shanash,
and Weira. Kirill.
Carol. Yeah, got to be Carol.
Carol. 4 couples are leaving tonight. That is extreme. But not 4 couples. People. 2 couples. 2 couples.
So normally it's one set of persons. So normally they save a couple and then they leave 2 boys and 2 girls, and then they choose one single from each one. So they must really want to get rid of some of this waste that they got sitting in the villa. So wow.
Oh my God. Okay, I have it. The first look, I don't see it on the app right now. Hold on.
She said it's on YouTube.
I can see if I can try to pull it up. But no, if I pull it up, then I will get a flag for sure.
Yeah, because you're playing a YouTube show.
Yeah, because that won't work. Because basically I think how they flag it is if it's it fills the screen properly, they can detect images. But when I do it on my phone, it can't detect it as easily. So maybe while we're on here, because it usually comes out at 4 p.m. ish. So when it comes out, I'll play it if I can. Yeah. So that's that. Who do we think they are? Well, it has to be Jeremy and Florita.
Yeah, has to be. It has to be. I don't think they're giving anything. I didn't see anyone who was like, oh my God, I want to save Jeremy and Florita last night on social media. I didn't see that. The other couple leaving, that's a toss-up. It really depends on who's in the bottom.
I want them to be different couples right now, so that
let's say it's Will and Kira and Trina and Cinco in the bottom. Who would go home in that case? Exactly. Let's say it's Giovanni and Olivia and Trina and Cinco in the bottom. Who would go home in that case? Exactly. So it's going to depend if it's Amy and Wes, if it's like it's really going to depend on who is in that bottom two
I
that's
I
left.
I feel as though because it would be the Islanders that are choosing, correct?
Yeah, it's probably going to be the Islander. So what I think is it
There's
either going to be totally the first couple is probably going to be totally based on our vote, like they do in the UK, where they just dump the least the
these
couple with
popular.
the least
Hmm.
popularity. So that's got to be Jeremy and Florita, and then I think it's going to be a mix of probably two couples that they could be in the bottom. They couldn't. We don't know. I definitely hope they don't put Cash and Corey in the bottom because I want them to shake up the villa that people voted for Cash and Corey who are in a friendship couple over them. So if they put Cash and Corey in the bottom, and I know a lot of people voted for them, that means that it was definitely a producer vote at that point.
Hmm. Man, like I don't want anybody really to leave. I just was like, I just wanted Jeremy Floramy to go or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, I agree.
Rita.
I'm trying to think of who I could do without. I don't know. I don't think you can lose Shannon and Josh. They
I
definitely,
did forget about them right now, but I don't think that they're going anywhere. I do think that they're a strong couple and they do bring
yeah,
a decent amount of drama.
yeah.
Um,
And
I'm
they
wondering
can't
like
do Olivia
what
or Giovanni. I don't think
what
they
if
could
though?
do. Yeah.
What if it's like they get rid of Trina and
Uh-huh.
leave Cinco, and who's the guy that they could get rid of? No, they want to keep Will. They're going to keep Josh. Oh my God, no, they can't get rid of Will. Like, who are they? I don't actually, no, I don't like this. This is
Wes
terrible.
have to be Wes.
I don't want Wes gone. I don't think he had a chance, and I think that he could potentially be someone that gets along with Cash. Like, if something doesn't happen, you know what I mean? Like, if Amy's gone, maybe Amy could go. But the guys, though, are actually okay right now. Maybe Corey's going to have to take a fall here.
But that's what I'm saying. If
Oh,
they
but
put
they're saved. Yeah.
Yeah, if they put Cash and Corey in the bottom, because that's what I was thinking too, that the producers might put Cash and Corey in the bottom just to make it producer votey-ish. I think people would they would know it's fake because I know a lot of people voted for
Yeah.
just Cash and Corey alone. B, that's not enough to shake up the villa. Like the other couples need to see that people voted a friendship couple that
Yes.
just got together
Yes.
yesterday over
Drama.
you. Right. If that's gonna bring the drama. So I don't know who that other couple is. I don't know. I it could
I
be
mean,
Wes and Amy. It could be Trina and Cinco. I think I think if they like let's say Cinco says yes, he might try again with Cash, and then they dump him and she goes into Casa Amor.
you know what, though? Maybe she needs him to be dumped in order for her to not go down that road and get caught in that mess again.
Yeah.
Like get her
Uh,
closure, fine. That's what's going to happen this episode.
yeah.
And then dump him and Trina. I don't need to see them anymore,
Oh
right?
man. Yeah. I need to see. I might have to check out for a second.
No problem. Good. You do what you need to do.
Okay.
I'll chat with the people in the chat room right here. So yes, 4 people leaving. That's actually a lot of people. Exactly. He tells Trina that he only wants her. I really don't want Cash to get hurt. Me neither. I'm going to pull this out just for now. I don't want Cash to get hurt, but hopefully she's going to have a redemption story because I don't think that it's fair for her to have such like a crummy experience. I've been hearing that some people are turning on Cash and they're saying that they think that the producers are trying to turn her into the next Justine. And I'm like, I love Justine, but like she's a completely different person than Justine. She has a little bit more like spice, flavor. Like she brings a little more drama. She has a little more intention. Justine's a little more passive, and I find that like Sally brings out the fun and the excitement in Justine, but Cash is that person. Cash is the person that brings the excitement out. So I don't really see them being that similar, other than the fact that they have a similar storyline, a similar trope storyline, where it's like the Black woman doesn't get the man, and she fights with the other Black women over the other Black men. So I want people back on the Cash train because I really, really like her. I want to be friends with her. Wow, yes, 4 people. 4 people, Tanya. Ms. Love is hoping that Cinco gives Cash the closure she needs to go into Casa Amor completely open and ready to meet someone better for her. Agreed. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting, though, if Amy got dumped, and so Wes would be forced to give Cash a try, or to see if his second choice was going to work. That would be interesting as well. I like Amy, but if 2 couples need to go, I don't know who the second couple should be. I just discovered Recap yesterday, and I love it. Yes, Rowan. Thank you for joining us. We love talking about Love Island USA here. We definitely go live around 3 p.m. Eastern every day after the episode airs. Hi, Realist. I know Casa Amor is coming. Florida and Jeremy, Amy and Wes will go maybe. Man, I don't think that Wes had a good shot here. I feel like that's unfair. Maybe the second couple will only be at risk. And then there'll be like a recoupling or something. I don't know. I'm really disappointed. 4 people are going home tonight. That's too many right before Casa Amor. I don't get it. Maybe they don't have enough people for Casa Amor. Because usually have 1 person per man and per woman. So maybe they only have a certain amount of people to come in for Casa Amor. I think Florida and Jamie will definitely be on the chopping block if 2 couples are leaving. I mean, Florida and Jeremy, they're the bottom couples. They are automatically dumped, I think. It's the other ones where maybe it's going to be the Islanders that are choosing that is a little more sticky. If it's 2 couples, I hope it's Jeremy and Florida and Josh and Shannon. Do you know what? I would take Josh and Shannon maybe, because everybody else will provide a little more drama, with Will and Olivia might being a little messy thing, and then Trina and Cash and Cinco being another little messy thing, and maybe Cash and Wes and Amy getting a little mixed up there. So really, Josh and Shannon aren't really involved in any of the love triangles or the drama. So maybe it's time for them to go. The strongest couple in the villa. Hi, Tati. I don't know 2 couples are leaving, just 1. I don't. 2 couples are leaving. Wait, just 1. Yeah, exactly. I only know 1 couple that is leaving for sure, and that's going to be Florida and Jeremy. Other than that, who knows? Cash needs closure, but I don't think that Cinco can give that to her. He just needs to dig deep within for her closure. Well, I think because they're on Love Island, she probably would have just walked away from the situation. But I think that she needs the closure because she sees them making out and kissing every day. But then she's also saying that he looks at her and like she can feel that he's still interested in her when she sees him. And that is leading her to want to maybe pursue something still. He hasn't completely closed that door. And so I think that she wants to close that door completely, or explore something and just know definitively what his intentions are. Because if he's, if he doesn't realize that he's doing it, then she needs to know that. I think she just needs to know what his looks and his lingering eye contact and all that stuff, what it means. So she doesn't have to think about it anymore if he's not interested in maybe pursuing something. CJ does agree with you though, Allie. Why would you want Josh and Chen to leave before Casa Amor? I don't get it. I guess, yeah, that's true too. But it's just because there's other couples. I guess, I don't know, man. You're right, Big Rag. You're right. You are right. I think that they shouldn't have a second couple leaving tonight. So that, I think, is the mistake on the producers, because I think all the couples will provide some sort of drama in Casa Amor. They only have 5 couples go into Casa Amor. Otherwise, they would have been too many couples since Casa Amor is over if people come back with new people. Or once Casa Amor is over, if people come back with new people. Yeah, there'd be way too many people in the villa if, yeah, they didn't dump somebody else. What are we not shown for Cash to say she needs closure? I mean, I do see in like some little clips, he's looking at her. We saw in this episode that Trina even mentions that she still sees him looking at her and stuff. And even in that challenge, like Cash was making eye contact with him, and she doesn't know if Cinco was making eye contact back, but Trina is noticing something. So I feel like it must be obvious to people in the villa, and maybe we're not seeing everything on the episodes. Sometimes you can have closure but don't want to believe it. That's true too. Definitely Charlene. But maybe she just needs him to spell it out. And it's only because they're in Love Island that they're like even entertaining this as an option. If someone says no to me in the real world, it's going to be like, okay, I'll take the hint. I'll never speak to you again. But here it's the fact that they're seeing each other over and over again daily. She's just reading these signals, and she hasn't had a chance to step away from him to not be interested in him anymore. I'm beginning to feel sorry for Trina. She told Cinco that she sees the way he looks at Cash. See? Hi, Brandy. I hope Giovanni is safe. I'm not ready for him to go. Me neither, but I don't think he's going to go because of the Olivia drama that might come out with Will and or with Casa Amor. I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going anywhere. Giovanni's too much of a fan favorite. Hi, T-Lit. You can pull up YouTube on your phone. That is true, but then I'd have to search it. When Tamika comes back, I will try it then. But it should also be coming out in 15 minutes, and then I'll just have it at easy access. Hi, TA. Hi, ladies. Okay, this boring couple needs to stay. The boring couples need to stay for Casa Amor to be interesting and drama. What fun would that be? I mean, they all need to stay. I don't want anyone to go other than Jeremy and Florida. They said 4 islanders would be leaving the island. Jezel, like that's like, it's so many. It's too many. Just save Cash, Corey, and Giovanni. Yep. Hi. Thanks for joining us, Amanda. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will pass the message on to Tamika when she's back. Floramy is our couple name for them. Does anyone else find it wild that Olivia wants to go for Will? I was shocked. We haven't gotten to the actual competition, the little game that they played yet, but that was wild that Will has interest in likes her confidence, and she just never pursued anything because Kira laid down right away that I'm into him, he's mine. So she never really had a shot. So I definitely thought it was wild. You don't see it either. I mean, I think it's because she's been stepping away from it because she doesn't want to intrude. I agree. I think unfortunately Wes and Amy are gone. Oh man, Wes made the wrong choice. Made the wrong choice. If Cash and Corey comes in the most fave, they might be safe. But if they are the least fave, the other safe couples won't pick them. You don't think? I think that Cash is everybody's best friend. Maybe Cash would get saved and not Corey, maybe. I don't know. But I feel like the OGs have the best shot at staying. I hope so. I hope Cash and Corey are safe. Me too. We all do, I think. We all do. Oh, man. They said 2 leaving. Why change it to 4? Well, 2 people or 2 couples, Jezel? I heard the first look looks messy. We're waiting for it to come on the Love Island app so we can watch it here. These couples are not real couples. They let Cash and Corey win that challenge. They should be embarrassed. It's true. What do we think? Oh, yes, we talked about that. Are we to be back up here? Do we get a repeat? Yes, I do want Cash to find a prince as well. I really wish that Wes didn't go for Amy, just went for Cash. Corey then might have been a casualty and not been able to stay in the villa. But like, I think that they could have had something good instead of him chasing Amy, who seems to be warming up to him, and they do look very good together. But I wanted him with Cash. Cachet and Olivia are my favorite right now. Me too. If Cash goes, then something isn't right. Cash, people will riot. There's no way that Cash can go. It's just not possible. Oh boy. Okay, I don't think it's here yet on my phone. I don't think so. When it comes, I usually have notifications. I need Kira, Olivia, Trina, and Jeremy gone. I don't mind Olivia. Kira can go though. And Trina, I think I didn't mention Trina. I am the conductor of the cash train. Yes, you are. Choo choo. Like cash money for the win. I want her to get the bag. I want her to get the man, the prince. Like, I want everything for her. She's just so likable. She's so likable. Me too. Yay, CJ agrees with me 100%. Justine is completely different. Cash is completely different from Justine. She has way more personality. She's similar to Selly, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. I think that Cash is a lot more similar to Selly. Speaking of similar to Selly, this episode, I believe it was, Giovanni decides to take a page from Selly's being annoying in the morning notebook and goes and grabs the pots and pans to wake up the Islanders. And he ends up breaking one of the pots and pans. The handle fell off, which I thought was quite funny. I would not want to be woken up with pots and pans, but he seems to be able to get away with like being annoying, and people are kind of appreciate it, especially because the handle fell off. Like, I think it's here. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, shoot, my ring light's too close, maybe.
Attraction to her, and now they're talking up there. That's just not something that makes me feel like, oh, amazing, I'm like in the best mood ever. Like, I genuinely thought you were the happiest you've ever been. I wouldn't say anything, but it's like you're pretty much everything I've like wanted in a man. I do think like she told me this earlier. I see the googly eyes made with her and him, and they had something special. And then I feel like maybe I intruded in a way. I'm feeling a lot of like insecurities right now. It's just this tough predicament. And I don't know. I'm just scared to get hurt again. And I really like you, and I want to trust you, and I know you wouldn't do anything to hurt me. It's just easier said than done. Hurry up! No way! No! I bet you guys didn't expect to see me this soon. Please meet me at the fire pit. Islanders, I will now reveal the top 3 couples who are safe and will continue their stay on the island. 4 Islanders will be leaving the villa. She said 4 Islanders.
Wow! Holy guacamole! I'm sorry if you probably couldn't hear that. I should have put my speaker on so it would have been louder. But woo! So it's official. It is 4 Islanders that are going to be leaving the villa. That's terrifying. Definitely terrifying. Trina doesn't look. She's realizing that maybe she's intruded, which I'm happy that at least she's having a little bit of self-reflection. It's like, oh, just because I went for the guy and he liked me first, that doesn't mean that they didn't have something that was building or something that was being, starting between Cinco and Cash. So it looks like it's going to be a good one tonight. Yes, yes, yes. So, Jordan, we don't know. There's so many possibilities. I think it's still going to be the bottom. The bottom couple is going to go away for sure, and we're hoping that's Jeremy and Florida or Flormy. And then I guess it might be Wes and Amy. And who else might get the least amount of votes? Maybe, man, I want both guys to stay. I don't want some of the girls. I want the guys to stay more than the girls, to be honest, which is interesting, surprising. Yes, everybody wants them to go. I don't think that Trino and Cinco will go just because of like the drama that's happening, and people are trying to support them as being a strong couple. Yeah, it's 4 people. It won't be couples. I think that one bottom couple will be gone and 2 Islander choice single, like 1 man, 1 woman, or the women chose the 1 guy and the guys choose the 1 girl, the safe ones. They just posted a short video of tonight's episode, and Aria told them that, yes, we did just see that. I know I'm behind on these comments, but I'm catching up right now. Yes, yeah. She's like freaking out. She's like, 4? Oh my God. I think Cash is fine. Cash is fine. She's like, honestly, America's favorite. She's going to be fine. Cinco is playing with her emotions, whether intentionally or not. If he wanted to be with her, he would have. But he also would have been with her if he didn't have Trina. Like, if Trina had stayed with Jeremy, there would have been no, like, they would have been together. Cinco and Cash would have been together this whole time. So, and they would have been probably unbreakable, and they probably would be really, really vibing. I really want Amy to go too. Her personality is not for me. I like Amy, but I don't like that she's into Jeremy. It's like a character flaw. Hi, Brandy. I'm okay with Kira leaving and maybe Wes. No, Wes is so handsome. In this episode, he was like giving a lineup for Josh, I think it was, and he just looks so good. Like, he's a really good-looking guy. I hope Wes and Amy leave. She's hung up on Jeremy, and Wes and Cash don't work because then she's second choice again, which we don't want. I know it's true, but he's just so good-looking. I think we're good. I think Cash will be fine. Agreed. I agree with you, Amanda. Giovanni, Corey, and Cash must be saved. This is true. If Jeremy and Wes leave, we're just going to see Amy crying all episode. Oh my God, that's true. Both of her men gone. Maybe she's the curse. Giovanni's so fun. He'd be great on the challenge. I would like to see him on the challenge. I don't usually like crossovers, but I haven't seen yet. I haven't watched obviously 37 yet to see Lauren and Jeremiah to see how they're going to do on the challenge. So I wouldn't mind seeing Giovanni just to bring some of that like joking around energy, and then put him to the test. See if he could do some of these challenges that these total madness and double agents they go through. Dylan did the pots. I think before Sally. I don't even remember who Dylan is. Is that the guy that was with Alex? I feel at this point it's producers or something. I mean, if we talk about pots and pans, like Evil Dick did pots and pans in season 8 of Big Brother, and then Josh did them again in season 19 of Big Brother. So, you know, the pots and pan things aren't new, but it is a CBS thing. It's happened on CBS before. So I feel like they told Sally to do it because, like, why would she, like, oh, let me go get up early and sneak and find some pots and pans? I do feel like the producers are like, hey, why don't you wake up the Islanders with some pots and pans? Just see the first look. I'm ready for Cinco to go. He needs to stop giving breadcrumbs to both of these ladies. I agree with that, to be fair. Breadcrumbs. Now Cinco can kick rocks too. I think he thinks he's doing the right thing by not being completely clear. I think he's like not hurting people's feelings and not, you know, making a decision because he thinks Cash said it before, like with you trying to avoid hurting my feelings, you've hurt my feelings. And I think that's still what he's trying to do is not hurt her feelings or any of them feelings, but he's not being completely honest. I don't like how Olivia was talking about Kira. Well, Kira is boring. If I was Kira, I'd be way more nervous. I'm not sure why she seemed unfazed. Well, in that first look, though, it looked like she was phased. It looked to me like she was unraveling a little bit. Do I have a crush on Wes? Well, I mean, he would be my first choice for sure in that villa. I think he's just so handsome. Like him and Cinco are definitely the most attractive, and then Giovanni, most attractive in the villa for sure. But it just feels West has like a very strong sense of self that's very, very attractive. I told you yesterday, I would be a cougar for that man. I feel like Pots and Pans originated in Bad Girls Club. True, but I think Bad Girls Club may have been after Big Brother season 8, to be honest. But yeah, Bad Girls Club, they were messy. Or was that a pan and a spoon? It might have been a pan and a spoon in the kitchen with that person that was eating the pizza. I haven't seen that many seasons, but I've seen a couple of the first ones. I saw when Angela, do you guys know Angela? She was on the challenge on X on the Beach when she was on it. I saw her episode, her season, and I saw another season either before or after that one. I think she's unraveling. That girl is gonna lose it because she's like, she's just into Will. She's not gonna handle that very well at all. Single leaving might be an okay thing. The atmosphere between Trina and Cash might go back to being kind of nice. And then what? Trina's gonna go after whoever Cash decides she likes next. Just saying, having Trina with Cinco leaves her out of Cash's business and any of her jealousy that she might have. All right, so let's go back to my notes then, since I've caught up to your comments. Yay! So Amy and Wes have a little bit of a conversation after the recoupling, and he asked her how he feels about her speech, or he asked her how she feels about his speech, and she loved it. And I do feel like they have a chemistry. I don't know why she's pushing him away so much, because she seems to light up quite a bit when he smiles at her, and he looks at her in a way that any woman would want to be looked at by a man, I think. Like, he really looks at her he's just like admiring and adoring her, and it's quite endearing from my perspective how he looks at her. Hi, Dino. Twitter is needed to wake up these people. I mean, yes, we could see one of those challenges to wake them the F up. That'll be fun. Did you see they posted the full scores of every couple from the game? Oh, amazing. No, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't done any research yet. Going to watch Love Island UK now. All right, Netha, enjoy. Hopefully Kaz and Tyler get on like a house on fire. We'll talk tomorrow at around 2 p.m. Eastern about next episode 25 of Love Island UK. So we'll see you then, Netha. Thanks for joining us. And she's back. We haven't even gotten very far. Don't worry. We are just talking right now about Amy and Wes having their little chat after the recoupling ceremony where she likes his speech. And I said that I actually really feel like they do have a chemistry. I don't know why she's pushing him away or blocking him off. Like, the way that he looks at her, I feel like he adores her. And she does, in my opinion, light up a bit when he's speaking to her. He's very engaging and very complimentary. I don't know how she could not be interested in a man looking like that, saying the words that he's saying with those eyes looking at me.
I just feel like it's kind of a Giovanni Olivia situation where he's really into her. Like, you could tell he's really into her, and she is giving him absolutely nothing. Like it's so weird. Like, and I know everybody loves them because they're so pretty together, but she is not giving him anything. It's like the talk when she was saying, "Oh, you're a real man and you took a lot of courage for," and I was like, she's basically saying the fact that she doesn't like him, it took a lot of courage for him to continue to pursue her. And I'm like, that is terrible.
Like, why? Like, maybe she also is somebody that doesn't necessarily go for anybody, like a mixed race person. Like, maybe
I feel that. I that's actually how I'm feeling, because if you notice, like, she kind of nitpicks at him. like what she was saying about his clothing with the
Yeah.
stripes, and then before bed he put a do-rag on too, and she was like, your ears are little, and I was just like, why is she nitpicking? Like, is it that she's not used to dating a black man?
I
I
mean,
have a feeling like that's what the case is.
I don't think she's used to dating a black man for sure, but like I think that she just like is trying to picture herself with him, and that's why she's doing all this nitpicking. She's
Yeah,
like trying to be like, oh, can I see myself with him? Like, oh, his ears are kind of small. Like she's just trying to find reasons to not be attracted to him because he is giving her everything. I'm just looking at her Instagram, and I mean, it's all basically her, but it doesn't seem to me like she's somebody that is going to be dating a black guy for whatever
yeah, no,
reason.
that's what I told you. If you look at her Instagram, girl is gorgeous, but she's basically like, it's either like she's on a jet plane or she's like half naked in all of her pictures. And I just think she's used to a certain lifestyle personally. Yeah, like a very jet set lifestyle, I think she's used to.
Yeah, she definitely said that when she was first meeting up with Josh. Um, and so I can appreciate that. But like, like, does she not realize how attractive this man is? Like, he's legit so good looking. Look at that face. How could you just not want to like make out with it? Like, who cares about his shirt? Take it off.
For real.
And I don't think that she was into Isaiah because Isaiah is pretty much the same mix as this guy is, as Wes.
Yeah.
And, you know, like he doesn't, I don't, she's, as soon as he said that he was into her, she's like, I'm not into you anymore. I think that she was like, wanted just to have the drama around her and being like, oh, like I wanted to have the option of Isaiah, not Cash. And she just wanted to be picked. But I don't think she was actually into Isaiah. I think she was crying. I think she was crying because Jeremy didn't pick her. And that's the white guy that she wanted.
Yep.
And then she doesn't want it to look like she's crying over him. And she wants like her friend to kind of be taken down a couple notches. Be like, wait, you're not supposed to go for him. He was into me first. I was feeling a type of way. Like I wanted to have an opportunity with him. I don't think she did actually.
Yeah.
I think she was just using that as an opportunity to like kind of not hurt.
I've said now that Cash has gotten 2 relationships blown up by other girls. I feel like her and Isaiah could have maybe kept going and maybe like his head turned in Casa Amor and then they bring it. Hi. Then
she said hi to you before, but you had stepped out, and so I hadn't gotten to her comment yet. So I'm like, she'll be back. She'll be back.
Then maybe they do something like an Amber where they bring her back. Bring somebody back for her. But I think she blew up their relationship, and that is why I said what I said last night for the night before. I really wanted Wes to get chosen by Amy and leave Cash alone because I want him to see that she does not like him and he could have had Cash, and
it's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah. I mean, it's what that the just desserts there would be him going home, both of them going home. So he realized that he made the wrong decision that like Corey stays over you, Wes. Corey stays over you.
I'm sure Isaiah right now is kicking himself in the ass, realizing he should have made it work with Cash, especially since he said that, he really enjoyed his time with her. He should have wrote it out. I'm sure that Wes is going to feel the same way. He messed up not going after Cash. Any guy that comes out of the villa is going to realize that they screwed up.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be like, man, like I didn't know that she had so much support. Basically, whoever is with her is going to win the game. So you're going to learn that. Okay, so Big Red says, can you check Shannon's story on Instagram for the full score or Love Island fan page on Instagram? Okay, I have Shannon's Instagram here.
Oh, yes, I have the full score. I screenshot it.
Okay, you screenshot? That's easier. Go ahead. Let's see it.
I don't know if you can see. So, So here it says, oh no, maybe I can blow it up. Here we go. So Cash and Corey had 19 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh and Shannon had 18 points. And then Trina and Cinco had 16 points. And Kira and Will had 14 points. Amy and Wes had 13 points. And did they tie? No. And Florida and Jeremy had 10 points.
10 points?
Yeah. And Olivia and Giovanni had 8 points.
That's bad. Olivia and Giovanni, that's bad.
Yeah,
that's very bad.
Yeah.
That's very bad.
They all should be ashamed of themselves. But I was saying, oh, are we at the game already?
Oh yeah, we can get to the game. Wait, what happened? So after that, so do you want to chat? So Florida chats with Corey, whatever. He's like, I hope you make the right decision. No matter what is one the best for you. So they kind of have a similar conversation that they've had before. And she ends up crying again. And it's like, well, why did you make that decision if you're going to cry about it? Like, are you just realizing that you might get kicked off the island because of Jeremy? Like, I don't know why she's crying over leaving Corey when she did not have to do that.
I just feel like she's trying to turn, I really feel like she's trying to turn herself into some sort of victim for the audience. And a little bit for Corey, but for the audience to say, look how conflicted I am. Look how much I really care about Corey, that this hurts me too. So don't kick me off. Don't be mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, it doesn't ring true to me, because
bit of a game.
I feel like either eat it or just say, this is what I wanted, and suck it up. That's how I feel like.
So the last thing that happened, before they went to bed, Cash, she was wearing her do-rag, like do-rag. I'm just like,
no, Cinco put the do-rag on her.
That's true. Like, the do-rag crew is my favorite. Thank you, Wes, for even joining it. I think there's a picture somewhere floating around of like all of them in the do-rag with Cash there. I was like, she's just so likable to the guys and likable with the girls. Like, she's just an all-around such a great positive energy to be around. And so I'm so down for do-rag Cash. We do see Josh and Shannon talking about themselves being only a day one, the only day one couple left, and then they get a text. And they're going to be playing Mr. and Mrs. # couple goals, # on the same page. Now, what I like about how they do this challenge in general, it's a trope of this series. They do it in all, Love Island UK and US, is that they go and sit down and they do get to know each other. And they do some of the questions that we've been like, can you just talk to these people a little bit and tell about your life story? So I like that they get to know each other instead of just saying like, I really like you. I really like getting to know you. I really like what's going on here. I want to see how it goes. It's like, well, how you see how it goes? You see how it goes by talking about your life, talking about the things that you enjoy, talking about your friends and family, talking about your hobbies and interests, your work, things that are outside of the villa, talking about what makes you you is how you progress in relationships. And so I think that this challenge helps people get to know each other more than the surface level that they usually get to in the first stages of the Love Island.
Yeah.
Totes.
I thought was funny was before that Giovanni trying to be Sally with the.
Oh, I said it already. That's why I didn't say it. But go ahead, say it again. Say it again. Go girl. Go girl.
I like that, but the funniest part is that he breaks the pie.
Yes.
That is not good follow through.
We were trying to figure out where it originated because I was saying Big Brother season 8, Evil Dick did the pots and pan thing, and then Josh Martinez did it in season 19 of Big Brother. And so then someone else was saying that it might have been a spoon in a pot on Bad Girls Club. Yeah,
but Bad Girls Club, they did it. I think that's actually where it like originally originated.
I'm gonna look at the dates for next
Yeah,
time.
yeah. But yeah, I just so then when Josh and Shannon were talking about how, they can't believe it, I was just like, okay, I roll. And then, Matthew's like, all right, text. And I just thought the entire thing was funny. But this game was
Great.
whoo.
Great. I love the couples cramming. And wait, so who was six? Oh yeah, Cinco 6'3". That's a nice tall man.
Yeah.
That's
But
sexy.
but see, this was my thing. So I actually only found out that Trina's name was Katrina yesterday, listening
Oh,
to the,
I thought that was a joke.
oh no, her name is Katrina.
Because she was like, how she reacted, I thought that he was joking, saying like Katrina, but her real name is something other than Katrina, and she hates that. It's kind of
Yeah,
like my niece's name is Genesis, but
yeah,
her mom doesn't want her to be called Jenny at all, because like they don't want to think her name is Jennifer. And so
yeah,
I was just thinking it might have been kind of that type of thing where it's like they
yeah. I
don't.
don't know if she likes her name because no, that's her name. And the only reason why I know that's her name is because yesterday on Justine and Celine's podcast, on Celine's podcast, that is what Justine called her, because she was saying people think that she does not support, and she said Katrina. And so that's the only reason why I know. And I don't know if people know that Cinco's real name is not Cinco, it's Melvin.
Melvin. Yes, it's
Melvin. And
Melvin.
I was like, so I just thought that was funny because they're both not going by their actual real names. But yes, the 6'3" is definitely, that's my type.
I know. I love a tall man. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, anybody that's under 6'3", but I'm just I'm just used to it. Everybody I've ever really dated has always been like 6'4". I'm just like, love it. And Wes looks tall. The chat is trolling me a little bit, saying like I think that I may have a crush on Wes, and I think I do. He's just so handsome to me. Like he's just very good looking. And I even wrote.
Justine said she said he's fine. And then in the chat, because this was actually when they were doing a recap on the Love Island USA IG page, people were saying that Wes reminds them of Caleb, and she was like, "You guys are making points."
Well, I know he wouldn't be good for her because if he is a Gemini, like we think, Gemini is another air sign. Caleb was an Aquarius, another air sign. It does not go well with Pisces. They just do not work. So I think she should stay far away, because and especially Gemini too, because they're usually very, they're ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication that we were talking about. And with that, they're kind of like social butterflies. They like talking to a lot of people. So they tend to be very chatty, very flirty, maybe polyamorous is kind of like the vibe that a lot of Gemini men give off. And so I just don't think that that's the right vibe for her. And I just don't think it would work. His aloofness.
I don't want her with any Love Island nobodies. I actually think the only person I would be okay with coupling up with somebody from this season is Sally and Giovanni, because I think they would make a great couple.
Oh boy, this is not really a hot take here, but Olivia doesn't like black men.
No.
We don't know that for sure, but I think that she doesn't have that much experience with dating black men. So I was saying a few podcasts ago where like if you were living in another country in like around the world where you hadn't lived before, and you say you're living in Africa, we'll say, and you've never been around that many black people before in your life, to be able to see how many beautiful black people there are, and see like, oh my God, there are black men or women, depending on what you're looking for, that you're attracted to. That is what is happening here, is that she hasn't been around enough people culturally to say like, oh, I'm attracted to black people, because maybe she has like 1 in her town or 5 in her town or whatever. So she doesn't really see a lot to see that there's a vibe that they could have that she could be attracted to. So I think that she's just from a smaller town or like a very secluded town that's not that diverse. So she hasn't really been around many other backgrounds that she could be attracted to. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't.
Alaska.
Pardon?
She's from Alaska.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any Black people from Alaska, but I don't know what the population. I feel like it would be low.
Yeah.
Very low. I think that Amy flirts by negging men. She likes to make them squirm a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I'm just annoying. Negging is a negative compliment to throw you off your game. Isn't that from, whose book is that? It's like from like the game, or like how to get a guy or how to get a girl. Like I think that that's somebody's rules, where like you want to throw a little mini insult so that like it gets them on, keeps them on their toes, and then they come back and they're charmed a bit. Like it's like a flirty insult. But who wrote that book? I should review it. Okay, but again, he might be attractive, but does he have good character? Looks aren't everything, and I think the reason why she was even turning him down is because she's afraid of hurting him or something. We're talking about Wes. What does Amy care about hurting Wes's feelings? Wes is fine. Like, he doesn't care. I don't think that much. Like, I mean, I don't think he's expecting Amy not to be into him, but I feel like he'd handle it like a champ. I don't think that he's going to be like...
Just move on to the next girl. He said it's on Cash.
Fine.
Yeah.
I think the problem with Amy is that she's only into a man as long as he's not into her. And as soon as he expresses too much interest, she's over it. Yep.
Yeah. Some people are like that. They don't like people who are interested in them. They like people who are not.
It is dumb, but a lot of girls do that, 100%. Who would even go after a guy that's not into you? That's not, well, it's like the chase, right? Like people...
I mean, the point of the show is to go after what you want. I don't think there's any season so far that I've watched that women on this show have gone after guys not gone after guys that didn't want them, because that's the point of the show.
Yes, it's true. Hi, Anna. We're both Jamaican here. Well, my mom was born in Jamaica. We actually have a house there. I haven't been in a long time, but I'll tell you a quick story. Though the last time I was in Jamaica, I was there when I was working as a flight attendant. I guess it would have been early 2020, and we were with this we had a few crews that were all together, and obviously we were on the resort. We're drinking all that stuff, and we decided to go off the resort. And we went to a strip club called, oh my God, now I forget the name, but it was insane. Like, I've been to many strip clubs in my lifetime, but these girls were like twerking on the pole, I was so enamored. I was just like, these women are like such great dancers, they're gorgeous with gorgeous bodies. Taboo, went to Taboo playground or something. So that's my most recent experience in Jamaica, was going to Taboo with a bunch of flight attendants, and like I was the only Black person with the group, and so like all the white girls are just being hit on by all these guys, and they're just all like coming up behind them and dancing. Like it was a fun time. It was a good experience, but very funny. Anyways, that's my Jamaican experience. Oh, you're Caribbean. Yes. Where are you from, Jezal, or your family? And what is Cash's real name? I believe it's Cache.
Yeah, it's Cache.
I think that Olivia doesn't really like Giovanni is one reason for being at the bottom. I think that Giovanni is liked too much. But it's possible. It is possible.
I can say that it's possible they are in the bottom 3, but I don't think the producers will. They might send Olivia home, but I can't see them sending Giovanni home.
Like they give him all every time they send him the text to say, I got a text. Look at the star of the show, I think, is who they give the pots and pans. Maybe not Dylan. I don't remember seeing Dylan on season 1 because I didn't really watch it that actively. But I think that they think he's ratings gold, or he's entertaining. So I just don't think they'd get rid of him.
Once a week that he's vlogging from Love Island. They call it Javlogies.
Yeah, there's no way that he's going anywhere.
And he's the only other person other than Cash bringing personality. I think Olivia too. And Shannon, and her and Josh going back. I don't see any of the other couples. So that's why I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if Cinco and Trina are in the bottom. Whether they go home, I don't know. Whether they split them up, I don't know. I think it's all too possible that they could go home, or it's all too possible that they could stay. But
Mhm.
whatever it is, it's going to be the producers are going to want it to have the most dramatic effect. So we're either going to see that Cash and him are going to say, hey, we'll get together, and then he goes home, or they're going to say, Cash, um, he let Cash go, and Cash is going to go, and she's going to go into Casa Amor and find her person. He's going to be upset, and he's going to, try to get her back, but it's going to be too late. I could see any of those scenarios,
I
which
know there's so many
great,
scenarios.
would be absolutely great. But I just don't know how it will work out. But I
Yeah,
don't
we need
Cash.
to see what happens today to
Yeah,
see what might happen at
exactly.
Casa Amor and all
Yeah,
that stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
100%. Okay, so you wanted to talk about the game. So some of the questions really great. Josh and Shannon were pretty much the hosts of this game. It's probably because they are the longest lasting couple in the villa, so they are hosting. So the first question was middle name. They also asked what their parents' names, most likely to cheat. Well, out of each other, I guess, yeah, which was kind of a little bit of like an interesting question.
Mhm.
How many sexual partners? Okay, what did you think about this one? Cinco said 0. Is that a lie? Do you think that Isaiah left as the only virgin, or do you think it's Cinco?
I think somebody lied, and I don't think that Cinco is the virgin. I think he rounded down. I think maybe he's 25.
I don't
So,
think he's had no sexual partners. I
right.
don't think
So
so.
I'm gonna assume maybe he's had one or two sexual partners, and so he rounded down, right?
So would that mean then, unless other people are lying, like Jeremy said 6. 6 is
Yeah.
also pretty low.
No. Right.
Um,
Because even Florida said 3. Like, she gave him 3, which tells me to me that he's coming off to her as somebody who is not sexually active with a person.
mhm. And
So
he probably rounded up. So maybe Jeremy is the virgin. Because
yeah,
like
I have a feeling Jeremy's the virgin, because I think it's possible that Cinco's been in a relationship with one person for like however long, like
okay.
maybe through college or whatever, or 2 people or whatever, or he's only had sex like a few times and then been with one person, and then he doesn't want like his mother or father or that person's parents to know that they've had sex yet. He's only
Ah!
25, right? So that would make sense. So I think he might have rounded down. I don't believe he's the virgin.
Okay, so what do you think about this next question that was quite controversial? The secret to making your man happy. So Josh, thinking that he's hilarious, he says sex and draws a couple of stick fingers having sex on the chalkboard. Do you think it was and Shannon wrote
Physical
physical
touch.
touch.
Right. Again, I point out to the fact that Josh is a college student. He's still in college. He's not even 25 yet. Not even, I don't even know if he's 23 yet. And so for him, I think sex does relate to physical touch. Like, in his head, that's probably what it
The
equates
same
to.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
nah,
Because he keeps saying it's the
nah.
same thing, and I'm like, you know what? To young kid, they probably do feel like that's what a physical touch is, and that's why when as they get older, men don't get in their head that some men don't get in their head that physical touch doesn't have to necessarily mean us having sex. It could
It's
mean
like cuddling on the couch,
cuddling, holding
holding
hands,
hands,
just being hugged up. Like,
having the arm
it
around your
does not have
shoulder,
to be sex.
a hug from behind when you're walking.
Exactly.
Like there's way more
A
like
nibble on the ear, a nibble on the neck. Like, it does not
whatever.
have to be sex. And I really need men to get that through their head. But yes, I could definitely see him mistaking her saying, "Oh, I really like physical touch," him equating it to her needing sex.
That's such a ding dong perspective. Like,
Right.
so it's so dummy. Like, I'm just like, what? Like, it just seems so obvious to me. But yeah, I guess like I'm a woman also, and I'm way older than him, so I get it. But it's like, I understood where Shannon was coming from. I would be like, ew. Like, I just would think that it's just so tacky and like, what? Oh, just because we have sex now is like that's the only thing that matters in the relationship. I was just like, I'd be quite vexed if I was Shannon. So well, they're all asked now to, if they weren't partnered up with their current partner, who they would want to be partnered up with or think that they would be. So this is where a lot of interesting things happened, where Will says Olivia, Cinco says Cash.
He has a nickname for her. Will calls her Oli.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm like, where
Uh-oh.
did this come from?
Oh, that's really cute. Oh, you have a nickname?
Yeah.
He likes her then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Giovanni said Amy. Okay, interesting. I mean, I don't think that would work at
I
all.
thought that also came out of kind of nowhere. Like,
Well, who else would he pick though?
Cash?
I don't think he's into Cash that way.
I don't either, but he could have picked Cash. I'm just saying that I've never seen him pay Amy any attention.
Well, maybe he just finds her really good looking because he seems to like. She doesn't really come across as that confident. I don't know.
Kira?
I don't think he would choose Kira. Sorry, Kira, you're gorgeous, but
yeah, that's what I was saying. If we're going by good-looking people, Kira, I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
I think out of everybody, I guess I see him the most with Amy over anybody else.
I guess. He would have to treat her badly. I think she would like it.
Okay, so Jeremy chose Kira.
Jeremy chose Kira. We need to get him out of here. I was like, what do you mean, Kira? You've been with Trina? Amy? Now you with Florenza? You couldn't even say Amy. You said Kira? No.
Rude.
Oh, and you've kissed like Olivia a bunch of times. And you couldn't even say Olivia. You said Kira, which means that's his next target when he's done with Florenza. He got to go. He got to go.
Got to go. He's got to go. Out of here. Let's get him out. All right, guys. I hope you guys did your job and got him out.
I said, listen. That's it for me. No. We're not doing this again. He will have created like 5 villains.
Mm-hmm. So Corey says Florita, no surprise, obviously. Wes says Cachet. No surprise, obviously. I was pissed though. It's just kind of like, man, just chose her first, man.
I was like, dang, she has the men on the ropes. Like, because I think she had the most, right? The most people saying that they would couple up with.
Olivia's the same. So Olivia also had Josh say her name as well. And so that's why when Olivia and Cash were talking about after, when they were making the Operation Heart Attack, where they're just like, we are like the second choice all the time.
All the time.
Like for 2 separate men, there's second choice. And she's like, basically, we're letting these women have our men.
Yeah.
Like that's
they got to get some of these men out of here. They got to get some of these men out of here. This is crazy.
So
I think that's probably pissing the producers off too. Like the men are just, because that's what happened kind of last season. And then it's like you guys stuck yourselves in boring relationships that are not doing anything. So listen, I don't know who's going tonight, but it could be anybody at this point.
Anybody. It might be though Amy and Wes because she's being wishy-washy. I want him to stay though, but maybe they'll save him.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely can't see Cash. Well, Cash wouldn't vote to. Well, it depends on what they're doing, because normally it's like the girls vote out the boy and the boys vote out the girl. And I just don't. Cash will I think she's gonna cry when Amy leaves, but she'll probably cry when most people leave. I don't
Yeah,
know.
nobody else, no other. Well, not Trina, but I don't think. So yeah, so what we're saying, Tati, is that we think that Josh is just really immature, and I agree with Shannon, but maybe not how she brought it up. She kind of brought it up, but so did she bring it up right after? I don't remember when. But so the winner of the competition or the little game was for the Mrs. Villa is going to be Corey and Cachet, as we mentioned already. They had 19 points, and were they saying kiss, 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 kiss?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know why they made them kiss. That was so annoying.
and Cash and her crown though is so cute. Like on her shaved head, and she just has her little crown. Like so cute.
I was trying to see if I found a picture of it on the Love Island app because they did some polls last night.
So yes, this is
Mr. and Mrs. Villa. Because they asked what should they do? Should they stay friends or give it a real shot? And everybody said stay friends.
The kiss didn't look good though. Like I was like,
no, but the crown was so good on her head. But yeah, everybody, 54% said, 53.2% said stay friends.
So Olivia and Cash, they talk about being hot commodities, but there's a second choice, which is like, and then we hear, so when the boys are chatting after the game, Cinco says, I like Cash heavy. Like, he's like, I like Cash heavy. Like
he's not helping the situation. He should have, I think he only said it because he knew that Trina was gonna have to answer it, so he knew that he'd have to like either totally lie and she would probably be mad because she would have missed the point. But he shouldn't have said it. And I keep saying, I think when not Shannon, I don't know if she said it both times. She did say it with Olivia, I think, that she sees how much he flirts with her, and it's not in her head. And there's some people online who keep saying, "Oh, it's in her head," and I was like, "No, it's not in her head. I have screenshots. Like he literally does look at her like she's the world, and like he's sitting there with Trina on his arm staring at Cash. Like it's not right." And then I think Shannon said that the rest of the villa sees how much he's still into her. So it's like I don't even know like what she can do but do what she's about to do, because otherwise it's like he's still interrupting her experience going forward.
So yeah, Olivia and Cash have a conversation, and to talk about how she still has a crush on Cinco, and Olivia still has a crush on Will that she's never really allowed herself to explore, and so that's where they can create Operation Heart Attack. What was it? Oh, I only write things about Wes. I'm like, who am I saying sexy about? I'm like, oh man, Wes is so sexy. Given a lineup, it was Corey, not Josh. And I was like, yes, he's such a sexy man. So the night portion, they're getting ready for the evening. We see, I believe it was Trina and Cash. And Trina says to Cash directly, if I'm not mistaken, or if I wrote down the wrong names, that I see him looking at you in the game. Ooh.
Yeah, I think so. All the girls might have had the conversation, but I think Trina and Cinco had a conversation in the evening. I'm not sure if that's the same conversation you're saying, because she did say
so maybe then it's Trina and Cinco then. I probably about Cash.
And
yes,
and she said that she saw how Cash was making eyes at him in the game.
Yeah, just wondering who is it? Is it her making eyes at Cinco, or is it Cinco making eyes back at her? Is it being reciprocated? What's happening here? But she's noticing. She's noticing something.
Yes, and he's like, oh, that he doesn't have anything with Cash, but it's kind of like contradictory to what he said earlier, and and then she says a line that people want to try to ignore. She said, well, Cash did come to me and tell me directly that she still has feelings for you.
Hmm.
So Cash did what Trina did not do for her, was let her know that if it was up to her, she was going to go after what she wants. And people are mad about it because they're like, oh, she needs to leave them alone. They're a couple now. And I'm like, y'all were okay when Trina came and stole her man, but now she's supposed to leave Cinco. That's not the point. They're not in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship.
He hasn't done the grand gesture yet. I
Yeah,
haven't seen
so
it.
he is fair game. And just because you guys think that him and Trina are cute together does not mean that they're in a relationship. And at the end of the day, I'm not even sure if if Cash will want a relationship with him. I really do think she feels like she screwed up and that she just needs closure. And I feel like he's not telling her what he needs to tell her, which is that you didn't screw up. I screwed up. I want Trina. I don't want you. Nothing that you could have done before would have changed that.
I don't know if he's going to say that though.
And he's not going to. I don't think he has the balls.
So back to this comment. So what I thought about it though, the fact that Josh walked off, that's what pissed me off the most. Like she was just going to bring up something like, hey, like I want something a little more in depth for our relationship. I don't want it just to be all about sex, and like that irritated me, and like it just made her feel dumb, and like she might have been a little bit abrupt with how she was addressing it. But realistically, what she was saying made a lot of sense. And so he just storms off, and then he goes and complains to Corey, who wasn't really great at giving advice about the situation at all. He was mostly listening, but I was just wrote down, he's annoying. Josh is annoying. Like, if you don't get her
on one hand, I agree with her in what she was saying to him. And again, his age is showing. His age is showing in that how he reacted, right? But on the other hand, I don't understand why she was making a big deal about it, other than for the cameras, because then later she's like, he stormed off, it's not that big of a deal. And so thus when they did a poll on the Love Island app, everybody's on Josh's side more than her, because
there are dummies. No, just kidding.
hey, I chose Josh only because she said it wasn't that big of a deal.
Well, I think we probably didn't see the whole conversation,
right.
But like she was annoyed, and she wanted to have a conversation and talk it out, and feel heard, and for him to be like, oh my God, that's so silly, not just defending, being like, well, it's the same thing. And she's like, well, it wasn't the same thing to me. It embarrassed me. It made me feel stupid. And it's just because like, so she was feeling a little bit of a type of way, being like, hey, so up until we didn't have sex, like I didn't please you enough because like we weren't having sex. So that's the only way to please you. And so like, I think that's where she was getting by, is like the wording of it is please. It's not like, what does your man enjoy? What does your man like? It's like, what dutiful thing do you do as a woman to please a man? You know what I mean? And so I think that is where she was coming in from, being offended. It's kind of like she's his sex slave. Like that's how you please a man. And she says physical touch is like, that's showing that you care, that there's affection. It's very different, as we talked about before, than just having sex. But it's like, if you like, somebody could have easily put like making him breakfast in the morning, or, other acts of service, but having sex be an act of service, it's a little bit icky when you're the woman, in my opinion.
Yeah, I just think it's the way that she went about it. I think she has to understand who she's talking to, and does deal with them accordingly.
I mean, she's too young to have that much. She's just a little bit of a hothead. You know what I mean? Like, she just says what she feels. She's on a show. She wants to create some drama.
Yeah.
Like, she's a little bit hot. Okay, so do we think? Oh, hi, Dawn or Dan. I can't tell. Dan. Hi, Dan. Do you think that Love Island USA always casts good-looking people that are always sexual? Not always sexual, but definitely always good-looking.
Yeah, I mean, they don't cast women who are of different sizes.
Not really.
I don't even know if
Uh,
they keep men who are different sizes. It's again, you've got to be able to be on in a pool setting
and they
90%
put
of the
them in those like outfits that are very
time.
suggestive. It
Insane to
just, I mean, I wouldn't want any body shaming to be happening to anybody that went on these shows, but
Yeah.
if they want to increase some diversity, maybe they should open it up to different types of sizes as well. But I don't know if we're there yet.
Yeah.
Cinco is not the baggage. The baggage challenge said that he had broke the bed during sex. That's true.
Yeah. No,
You
I think
are
he
right,
was
Ms.
very
Love.
good. I think he rounded down.
I think he's just lying completely, maybe to cover for Jeremy.
Yeah, no, well, so remember they were saying ish, like they were going through that ish conversation with Josh. Like, what do you mean?
Oh,
Like you should have said ish.
15-ish.
Yes,
It's
or
Giovanni. It was Giovanni that they're like
yeah. And so I
15-ish.
just think, yeah, I just think they just some of them were just lying.
Yeah, I mean, that ish conversation was pretty funny. You know, like,
Yeah,
that's the only thing. That's the only time I saw personality from Jeremy. He was like, you don't say 4 o'clock ish, and then you show up at 10 p.m. And I'm like,
yeah,
he has a point. He
yeah,
has a point. The man has a point.
yeah.
Yes, he said the point about the other challenge. You're so right, Nicole. Thank you. I saw another post that Olivia might be, but I don't know for sure. Interesting. That could also be why she's a little bit more reserved with Giovanni. Maybe she's just apprehensive of maybe going too far if she's a virgin.
Maybe.
That could help. I think Wes and Amy will be leaving the villa. They are boring. Oh my god! But like Wes should deserve somebody more interesting and into him as well.
Yeah, I mean, again, I can definitely see them saying, you know what, LIFO, last in, last first out, and they're just kick these last two couples out of the villa and just be like, okay, we're gonna go in, because I do feel like Amy and Wes, they haven't brought anything,
She
and
doesn't like him.
she doesn't really like him, and I don't know if they want another Kirsten situation where the
That's
girl
happening.
is standing there
Hiding
waiting,
away over
yeah,
Jeremy.
hiding away over Jeremy. I don't think they want to go through that. So I could definitely see them saying,
What if like Amy's like, oh my god, if Jeremy's gonna be dumped from the island, I don't even want to be here.
that would be awesome too.
That would be delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know what guy would want to go then, but like that would be sweet.
Yeah, I still don't know what guy after that would go other than Wes.
I also think Cinco and Trina will be leaving as well.
Yeah, I can't count on that. And I'm not saying that I want that. What I'm saying is it really depends on the story arc towards the end of this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there has to be closure for Cash, or there has to be like, oh, there's no drama left. Or like if they're high drama and he's like still wishy-washy between the two of them, I don't see Cinco and Trina leaving.
Charlene is agreeing with us, saying that Shannon did say that they all see Cinco liking Cash, and she forgot about it until now.
Yeah,
I do see it. Trina said that that he was making eyes at first. Woo!
he was.
Hi, Latoya. Corey, Cash, and Olivia about to get this thing popping. Yes. Like, well, maybe not Corey, but like Cash and Olivia are some stuff is going to happen, and then it's going to be the dumping. Yeah. This will be a very good episode tonight.
Yeah, Corey said he's going to help mastermind the plan. So I don't think he's going to go after Florida. I think he's done with her. And I hope he takes it into Casa Amor and he finds somebody. And if he gets,
might end up being,
yeah,
like maybe Corey and Amy leave. Maybe
I don't see how Cash would have to be at the bottom.
Right, we keep on forgetting this. And that's not happening.
If they wanted Corey to leave, they would have kept him with Florida.
Well, they wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
So Cash does talk to Shannon though and tells her about Operation Heart Attack. Josh comes over to give him her a kiss, and they're kind of all cool and they're kind of like teasing and flirting and stuff like that. So I think they're fine again for the most part.
Unless Corey decides to leave instead of Wes.
That's possible to be like, I just don't think I'm going to find love here.
Yeah.
But she does say that 4 couples are leaving. So maybe
Right.
he could fall. I could see him falling on his sword.
Yeah. I could see
Maybe,
that.
like if Florida's leaving and he's like, there's nobody else here that I'm interested in. I want to give the chance for somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Pick. I'm gonna switch places with Wes or something. I don't know if you can do that, but
I've seen people maybe do something similar to that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, season one, a few people bowed out, but that they were also chosen over other people. So I don't know. We'll see.
So they were talking at the table, and they were talking about the biggest turn on, and Will says confidence, apparently, while staring down Miss Olivia. And I think Kira notices this, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he says, not you staring at Olivia.
Who said it?
Yeah, that's what she
Who, Shannon said it? Who said it?
No, it was Kira. She said, not you staring at Olivia while you said it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wasn't Olivia said that he's bored? That Will is bored? I think he's bored.
I'm bored. They must be bored.
I'm bored watching them, yeah.
So Corey and Cash have that conversation where he joins Operation. Well, and then Olivia joins them, and they talk about Operation Heart Attack, and he's going to be the facilitator with them. Take the risk. Or he says a nice line. This is going to be on another T-shirt. Take the risk. Take the risk or risk the chance. No, that's not how it was. Did I write it wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember the quote. I would have to watch it.
Well, I think it's take the risk or risk the chance, something like that. Anyways, it was cute. I thought I was gonna make T-shirts, but maybe I wrote it down wrong. Life's too short. Let's blow up the villa. Let's blow up the villa.
I'm all for it. Blow these boring ass couples up.
Blow it up. Blow it up. All right, let's get to these comments. But she might have changed her mind though. Try not to seem insecure. Who are we talking about? Trina? Trina is very insecure, and she even said it. We watched the first look, and Trina is feeling insecure, being like, maybe I stepped in too soon. Maybe like they did have something special, and like maybe I ruined it, and maybe she's having that kind of conversation and kind of crying about it. Yeah. So she's having.
I don't think at this point, because I think it was easier to ignore it when Cash and Cinco weren't friends. Because remember, she was staying away from him. And then we saw that after the last recoupling with Isaiah, she said, no, we're going to be friends now. And now that they're friends and he's got that energy back, I don't think he can help it.
So Ms. Love says, from where Trina was sitting during the game, she had direct view of Cinco, not Cash. If she was catching looks between them, she saw that they would have been coming from Cinco.
Yeah, she would have had to been looking to the side to see what Cash was doing.
But like she could also be just doing like this, you know what I mean? To see, like, I don't know. When your man's looking at somebody else.
She said that every time she was looking, she saw Cash staring at him, and that it was making her feel feeling uneasy because she's been cheated on in the past. And I'm like, okay, but this is my whole thing. It was okay when you did, like, somebody was arguing with me on Twitter because I said that it was okay when they were in a relationship and you were doing the same thing to him and her, though. So you have to live by your rule. Like, it wasn't a problem. Like, it wasn't cheated on when it was Cash and Cinco, but now it was Trinco that it's being cheated on.
I think Cash will get closure, but I don't know if she'll end up with Cinco. I just think that this will give her that clean slate for Casa Amor. That's what we are hoping for as well. Josh walking off was fine to Shannon. Shannon was being condescending and talking to him like a child. Well, he was acting kind of like a child. I said it. So I should just hope that Cache, Olivia, and Corey just want to bring some spice into the villa. Yes, they do. These couples are so boring. Yep. But I pray my baby Cash don't get hurt again. We hope so too. I think that she's going to be okay. The producers, I think they're going to protect her. They're going to realize she's the star. Wes should have chosen Cash right away. Yes, he should have. when Cash gets a man, I'm gonna need to let him put the do-rag on her head instead of Cinco.
That's what I said. I said he's gonna be mad when some guy come and take that spot instead of him.
It's kind of like women getting married, like pulling over the veil. Like that's kind of like with like the do-rag, putting it on for her. It's like so like romantic.
Yeah.
Brandy.
Now, if Cinco and Trina get cut tonight, do you think?
What? Wait, sorry, it's who? Oh,
if Trina and Cinco get cut tonight, do you think they'll continue their relationship outside the villa? Because I heard he has a girlfriend, so I'm skeptical about him anyway, which is also why I don't want her to put any further energy into it. But yeah.
No. Okay. I mean, that's please, Cash, then don't get involved in that mess. But I mean, maybe they'll try for a little bit just for publicity's sake. But I'm sure that they don't live in the same city, and he'll like quickly lose her Instagram. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to do a long distance relationship. I don't see that. And yes, LaToya, Cash is winning this show. Period. Yeah, she's winning no matter what, whoever she's with.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody taking the crown away from her. She's already Mrs. Villa. I think that it's hers for the keeping.
Yeah.
It was Amy who said that about Will staring at Olivia. Oh. Wait, at the table? Oh, that said, she's talking about not you staring at. Yeah, I think it was Amy because they said after like, oh, Amy said that. Oh, Amy's like that. She's like that. So yeah, you're right, Jessica. At the table.
Oh,
with Will with the confidence.
Oh, okay, then I must have made a mistake because I thought that they panned to Kira.
No, I remember now though, because when Olivia comes over and tells Cash and Corey, and she's like, and then Amy called it out, and she's like, yeah, that's so Amy. She's blunt like that, or something like that. That's like her to say something. So yes, I do remember that. You are right, Jessica. Thanks, girl. Yes, they're boring. Alexandra, thanks for joining us. Fashion, you're here. Hey, I'm so happy I caught y'all today. I know we're almost near the end of our stream right now. We're just kind of getting to the last few comments. But what do you think about these couples? What do you think about Cash going for Cinco? Do you think she should do it? Do you think she should put herself out there like that? Trina is insecure because of how she got Cinco. Yep, you lose them how you got them.
Yep, how you get them is how you keep them.
That guilt is kicking in. Absolutely. Let's be honest. Shannon probably told Trina that she saw Cash looking at Cinco. I wouldn't be surprised.
Shannon was like basically like kind of like go ahead to Cash. At the end of the day, I don't think it's a secret. I think the part that's a secret is Olivia and Will. I don't think it's a secret that Cash still has feelings for Cinco. She might go and confront Cinco about it and ask for a second chance in their heads. I don't necessarily think it's going to be about an ask for a second chance. I do feel it's going to be a closure thing.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
She in the clip, she does talk about like, I see myself with you. She's like, you have everything that I'm looking for in a partner or relationship. And so she does lay all these things out. Right. And what we see him saying is like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. I'm gonna have to get back to you. Like he doesn't really add to the conversation to give her any closure in that clip. Right. But hopefully it does get resolved. Leanne and Roxy said on Justine's podcast that Will and Kira are boring and needs to be shaken up. Yes.
And they said Will's head will turn at Casa Amor.
Will's also very handsome, guys. Will is also very handsome. No, Cash shouldn't go for Cinco. I love the mess, but I hope turns Cash down so she gets closer. Yes,
I think
her down.
We all want. I think we all want Cinco to just, even if it's like a harsh
shut her down.
Shut her down.
And then send him home.
Yeah, shut her down, and maybe if we get Cinco out of her face, I think she could move on. Yeah,
because like if she wasn't interested in Cinco, she might have grafted a little bit to Wes. You know what I mean? Like she kind of took a step back there. she
I don't
knew that
know.
she
That whole
was.
Amy and Isaiah thing also, I think, left her a bad taste in the mouth. And the fact that, remember, we saw Amy still, even though she said she was Miss Jeremy, she wanted Jeremy, she was still like gravitating towards Wes. I'm not sure, but I think he is still holding up her being able to move on.
Well, I'm just saying though, with that is that, she liked Wes, but she saw that Amy also liked Wes. She took a step back because she was still hung up a little bit on Cinco, in my opinion. So I'm wondering, if she wasn't hung up on Cinco, would she have just given Wes over to Amy just like that, without maybe having a couple more conversations and maybe seeing if there's a little bit more of a spark? So that's just what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think
she
that.
would.
Yeah, I think she would have given him just a little bit of a chance, or like just an opportunity to get to know her a little bit better. Whether she still chose Amy or not, probably he would, but at least then she would have put herself out there a little bit more for Wes.
I think if it wasn't girl's choice, maybe.
True. There's no way I can have a boyfriend and be okay with him on Love Island. No way. I mean, maybe to get that bag.
Well, tell that to Caleb's girlfriend. I hope they enjoyed their 50K.
Get that money. I mean, 50K is a good amount of money when you're 25. It's pretty good. 4 people being eliminated because producer needs a reset after Casa Amor because it's so boring.
I agree.
No, it's happening now. Oh, you mean like after Casa Amor, like right away they're just going to dump 2 couples? Probably.
Yeah.
I think because Cinco already made a decision, Cash should just let it be.
But he didn't make a decision. That's the point. That's what we're saying is he's still flirting with her. Everybody in the villa sees that he still flirts with her. He's still doing things to make Cash have those feelings. And that's why I agree with her in not letting it be, because he needs to do with her what he didn't do for Trina, for Trina. He needs to dead the situation in its entirety.
This is the thing. So when she cut it off from him, she said that she just like she's not gonna be friends with him anymore. Like you don't get to have the friend side of me if you don't want all of me. And I respected her for having that decision. But now I think that with her opening him back up and him seeing, I think you mentioned this a little bit before, that like, oh my God, she is still this girl that I really care about, and I think she's fine and whatever, all the amazing things about her. And so now he's seeing those things again, and he's probably just missing being able to be however he wants to be with her, like just be able to be flirty, be able to be kissing. And he doesn't know how to just be friends with her, I think is where the problem is.
Yeah.
How's there 4 couples in Cash that are in a friendship couple and the friendship couple is the star of the show? It's because there's no solid couple. They're all kissing instead of getting to know each other. Exactly.
That was my whole thing about like when you look at the point system and you look at some of these couples have been coupled up for extra. Even Cinco said it. Oh, I've been allowing Trina to rub my foot, but we haven't talked that much. I couldn't even remember her parents' names, and I'm like, that's how I know. So there are people on Twitter who feel like, kind of like what happened with Justine and Caleb last season, that they're having, that Trina and Cinco are having some sort of conversation that is more exciting that we're missing. And I don't agree, because you can see it in this game. Like, they do not know each other. How do you not know he's 6'3"? Like, that would be, if I'm hugged up on you, if I'm in bed, that's the first question I would ask.
It's true. So someone just asked me something good, but I just missed it. Yes, we agree. Virgo love, Amy can kind of go. I agree. Okay, so Shads. Hi, Shads. This is true. Hey, Chantele, we can't send the only black brother home. Keep my bae Cinco in the villa. I mean, Cinco can stay, but we know we need a guy to go. That's the problem. Like, I
think it's going to come down to either Wes or Cinco at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wes or Cinco.
Somebody
probably be Wes. Yeah, I mean, most of the guys are black, so
that's what I'm saying. Somebody black is going home. I don't think we can. Now
it's not going to be Josh. Josh is not going home.
Josh is not going home.
I only just prefer a brand new guy for Cash, a guy that has eyes set on her first. Yes, that's what we're hoping, that she gets her closure, move on, find some interest in Casa Amor and come back with the crown, you know?
Yeah.
Cash and Cinco get more airtime than Trina and Cinco. Absolutely. And that's very telling. Very telling.
Yep, I agree.
No, I mean, tonight's eliminating 4 couples are being eliminated to make room for Casa Amor because the producers see that the couples are boring. Gotcha.
Yes, I agree with that. I think that's what, because they haven't done this before, that they've like dumped 4 couples that before Casa Amor. Usually they dump that many after Casa Amor because there's too many people in the house. But between the blow up the villa and dumping 4 couples, they know that this is not, they're not going to be able to sustain what is happening with these 3-4 boring couples in the villa doing nothing.
Virgo Love says the only reason why Josh and Shannon can stay is because it's going to be funny seeing Josh mess up. Yes, that will be good tea. Florida and Jeremy need to go expeditiously. Yes, as fast as possible. Hey, what ethnicity do you think Wes is? I think he looks like a half black white.
Yeah,
that's
I
my
think
guess.
He's biracial. Yeah,
and I'm thinking that he's Jamaican because he could pull out that accent pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think that. Do you think he has a white mother or a black mother? I think black mother.
I think black mother. Most of his friends seem to be black men, so that's
Black
his
mother.
Yeah, black mother. He probably identifies more.
My friend was saying she thinks that Corey has a white mother, just from his style. Virgo and Capricorn go good together, right? Yep. Virgo women, Cat man. That works well. Virgo definitely both earth signs.
I don't think there's any Virgos currently in the villa. Somebody else was asking me that.
I think that Virgo Love might be speaking for herself, maybe.
Sorry, don't want to mess up your flow.
So maybe she's into Will, maybe. And who's the other Capricorn man? Was there someone else?
It was Isaiah.
Isaiah?
Yeah, he's gone.
I think Florida choosing Jeremy over Corey is similar to Cinco choosing Trina over Cachet, choosing lust over substance. Yep. Yeah. Maybe Giovanni. No! He's staying. I heard the least amount of votes right now is Amy and Wes and Jeremy and Florida. That makes sense to me. All right, and I got to the bottom. Yay! Wes has a white mother. I saw it pic on the gram.
Okay.
Whoa! Well, then he must have grown up with his dad then.
Yeah.
Like not to say, sorry, I didn't mean to put out a stereotype there, but if it so happens that only the white mother is raising the child, they tend to not identify with their black side. So, and I do find that he does. So that would.
And considering he went to Harvard, which has like how many percent black population there, and for his friends, he's only 25, right? 24, 25. Yeah, and so for most of his friends to be black, he must identify as black.
Yeah. So yeah, having either a father figure or somebody in his life from he was younger that helped him that way. It would be good if all the couples that think that they're strong were placed in the bottom.
That's what I want. That is what I want to see. I want to see all of them being like, "What do you mean we're in the bottom?" And Cash and Corey are at the are at the top
with their crown.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I need to see. That is what
it's going to happen. We're definitely going to have.
It's going to shake them, like if Josh and Shannon are in the bottom.
I don't think they will be. I think Kira and Will could be.
But Will and Kira in the bottom, and they're not gonna know what's gonna happen now. And then if they save them, and then Olivia's still there, and then they send them to Casa Amor, and then Will, that's a real blow up the villa. Will is definitely getting his head turned. Kira's not gonna know what to do. She's gonna cry.
Right.
I can't Wait, let it happen.
Oh, poor Kira. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, this is all that we have to talk about today about this episode. I think that tonight is going to be spicy. And then we're going to also, did we not have a drop this week? So we're only going to have the laid bear tomorrow. Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, I think because it must have had to do with the amount of content that they did this week, because we didn't get any extra scenes, but we do have a laid bear because I saw them promoting it on Tuesday night during the show that it said laid bear would come out tomorrow at 1 p.m. So we'll see what happens, because that's gonna be it's kind of gonna be like what happened, that when what Trey and Lauren got dumped from the villa, and then it's going to go into Casa Amor. So we're going to see everything that happened before then. So I think they're just saving some scenes for the Laid Beard episode that we didn't get to see.
So we'll try to watch that before tomorrow, just to have a full content, because this is probably going to be the last episode before Casa Amor. I'm assuming Casa Amor will start on Sunday with a 2-hour episode. And so, Saturday will just be us to get our bearings. And for them to get some footage of like Casa Amor and get it all edited. And then Sunday, I feel like it's going to be the first Casa Amor episode. So
and then maybe I don't know what Monday's exclusive will be, but maybe Tuesday's drop will be like unedited Casa Amor footage, because they're usually there for about a week. So we'll see what happens.
So Netha's also here for Shannon having a meltdown for being in the bottom. She would. Shads, they should put Kira Will in the bottom so Kira can cry. LOL. Sorry,
She's
Kira.
Not gonna know what to do with herself. If they plan this, like how people think that they planned this, and then they're in the bottom, they're not gonna know what to think.
Jeremiah, we don't hate Kira. No, we're just looking at these people as characters in a TV show. We don't really, it's not fully that they're humanized. And so right now they're not bringing any drama, that couple, Kira and Will. And so we know that from what we've seen of her personality is that she's very invested in her relationship and Will. And so they're on a show called Love Island where they're going to test the couples. We want to see something shaken up, and we know that Kira is most likely going to cry. So I actually don't hate Kira. I just think that her and Will are a boring couple, and we want to see some action, some drama.
I definitely don't hate Kira. I actually think that for some reason with her and Will's coupling, she's lost all her personality. Because if you listen to her intro, she's used to dating she's like rich guys, footballers. So I think Will is just a totally different guy, and I think she just doesn't know how to be herself with him being.
Yeah, she's trying to keep him as opposed to being herself and having him just care about that version of herself. Yeah. Can't wait to watch tonight's episode of Love Island UK. Wait, I thought you already watched it. Sorry, who left? Somebody left and watched it. I can't remember.
I thought it was Netha. I thought it was her too.
For me to watch it. Oh, she just watched it. Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna try to catch up because I like.
Do you need access to make it easy? I'll give you a link.
This one episode thing is killing me.
I'll give you a link so you can just watch up to where we are right now.
Yeah.
Instead of watching it on Hulu, right? I think you're watching it on
Hulu.
So the producers will definitely try and pull the couple that they think are strong in the bottom for a little drama. And Shannon's giving me Mackenzie vibes. I can see it a little bit. She's a little more stronger of a personality than Mackenzie, but I see in the way that
just depend. If it's Shannon and Josh with Wes, Amy, Jeremy, and Florida, then they're gonna save Shannon and Josh because they have the strongest.
For sure. T-Lit says, I think that Kira's trying to be like Elizabeth from season 1, but doesn't know we think that they are boring. We thought that Elizabeth was boring. Elizabeth and Zach, very boring.
The reason why they won their season is because nobody watched the show.
Kira just isn't threatening, isn't interesting to watch. She's a nice person, but pretty boring. Absolutely. That's what we're feeling. We don't hate her, though. She's just boring.
I could definitely see them sending her home and saving Will. because
Ouch.
they'll feel like he didn't get a shot, and he's not going to get a shot if people see that if people put Kira and Will in the bottom, right, in their head, they might say, well, if people aren't or if people think that Will and Kira aren't strong enough, maybe they need to be separated and send Kira home. But we need the Kira reaction to when Will cheats on her at Casa Amor.
Mhm. For the drama. I want to feel things, I
Yeah,
like to experience emotions and
yeah,
drama at all.
yeah.
So what are you working on that you can share with the people so they can follow you on social media, etc.?
So you always can follow me at Entertainment in Color. And just so you know, if you go on like uh what is it, Facebook and Twitter, and you try to type in at Entertainment in Color, it doesn't allow you to type out the whole entertainment word for some reason. So but just search Entertainment in Color, I come up. And follow me there. But
Will do.
but in on IGM at Entertainment in Color. And as I said, we're promoting
Twitter as well, I think, right?
yeah, I'm promoting all people of color projects. I actually have a few posts that I need to make, but I can't wait. Some great things are coming out. I think Michaela from Chewing Gum is going to be in the new Black Panther movie. I'm excited for some of these projects that are going to be coming out. So
Amazing. I like that you're curating this for me so I can know what I need to go and watch, because I do work as an actor, but with all the podcasts that I've been doing, that I haven't been on my game with, especially scripted television. So
yeah,
thank you for curating that for me so I just know where to go and find content to watch.
awesome.
So you guys know the drill over here. If you can just please subscribe. Thank you so much. Got our first super chat ever today from Jessica. So thank you, Jessica, so much for starting the new trend of super chatting with my live chatters here. Definitely helps the channel. It helps me be able to not have to go back to working as a flight attendant, and I can just create content and hang out with you guys and write scripts, and it allows me to still stay alive and eat food. So thank you so much for that. Subscribe, like this video. Let us know what you think is going to happen in this recoupling. Which couple do you think is going to go home? We all know it's going to be Jeremy and Florida. That's pretty much a no-brainer. But next to them, which two islanders do you think are most likely going to be dumped from the island tonight? Please put that in the comments. Let us know. We would love to hear your opinions. So until tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, we will be back to talk to you about hopefully Laid Bare as well as tonight's episode. Did you have something you wanted to add in?
Oh, I say whoever it was, when the votes must have came in, the producers must have been like, okay, yeah, all four of them that are in the bottom are expendable. Bye.
So that it won't be Cinco and Trina. That won't be the thing.
Yeah.
I think they want to still have as many like triangles or relationships with Cash as possible because she's the star. That's why it makes me think that Wes and Amy might not go anywhere, because of the fact that she's very good friends with Amy, and Wes put her as a second choice option. So I just don't know if they would give up the potential of having a storyline going on there. Yeah. So that could leave Will and Kira, could leave them vulnerable. They're boring, but the Olivia of it all, you're like, I don't know. And then what if it just goes Shannon and Josh? Are they expendable? I don't think so, but
not Shannon. Maybe Josh. But they had sex, so I don't know.
So yeah, see, like they took it to the next level in the Hideaway, gave them content for the Paramount Plus. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I am so excited to see. Wait, what? Okay, sorry, this is quick. What if they brought Slade back?
I don't know.
I mean, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
They still haven't done the whole like one islander, like a woman that's like lying on the beach chair that the guy's like, oh, who's that? Who's that? They haven't done that.
That's true. Somebody, I think Brandy said that they might send home Wes and Kira for that one for Amy and Will to stay, and because I did like their friendship though. But the thing is, Amy's not bringing anything. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
With the relationship part.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Amy's gonna want to leave when Jeremy goes too. Yeah, like I'm thinking that maybe it's gonna be Corey and Amy that leave because like the people that they're interested in are leaving, and maybe they just don't want to be there anymore. So that's I'm holding out for that, guys. Thank you for joining us here live. We definitely appreciate chatting with you. It's so fun just to kind of gossip about this show and like about our opinions, like they matter. So we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk about episode and later.